outset, I'd like to express sincere regrets on Mr. Pinto and Mrs. Pace, two trustees who never missed a meeting, but unfortunately work called them out of town. They feel terrible about having to miss tonight, but they send their congratulations and good wishes to all those who will be honoring tonight. I'd also like to just congratulate all the schools. It's been a very busy 2 weeks. Next week will not be any less busy because it's time for moving up and concerts and a lot of celebratory events. So it's kind of a nice way to end the school year. I don't know whether any of you can recall what it might have been like for a school board member last August with the opening of the school, but it was much further from this night of celebration. I'd also just like to say, since it's our last formal meeting for this school year, on behalf of the board, I want to thank Central Administration, I want to thank CTA, I want to thank the Administrators Union and CSEA for all they did this year, and the parents as well, for all they did this year to make the year a success. It was a very, very difficult beginning with COVID and all that COVID brought, but all the unions and all the leaders in district, teachers, staff, everyone did all they could to keep the schools moving and to keep the kids learning. So on behalf of the board, I want to thank everybody for all the efforts they made and did to keep our schools moving in the right direction. So at this point, I'd like to turn the meeting over to the superintendent of schools.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan. I moved over because that light right in my eye there. This is my favorite board meeting of the whole school year. We like to call this our Circle of Life meeting. We get to hear from some of our students highlighting some exciting programs in our schools. We get to honor our retirees who are nearing the end of their wonderful careers here. And we get to congratulate the teachers who are receiving tenure tonight, who are still in their career and hopefully a long career long. So to begin tonight, we're going to start with our students, and I turn it over to Mrs. Tracy, our science director, who will help our students share some exciting things going on in STEM.
Thanks for coming, everybody. We are going to have a presentation that the students are going to talk about all the things that they've done in STEM and middle school Cold Spring Harbor program. The students are going to come up. I'm going to put some pictures on the screen for you all to view. So the first person I would love to introduce is Terry Raymond from West School.
Hi, my name is Terry Raymond from West School. I love STEM, and why I love it is because we learn lots of stuff like hibernation, animals, and plants. I like how we work together to control the robots through the obstacle course. I like using the Mickey board, connecting into the cardboard, and using Scratch to make my own animations. Lego robotics was mega fun because I was able to work together with a partner to build a creation that we're able to play with after. Can't wait to see what we do in STEM next year. My name is Stephen Corey, and I am from My favorite part about STEM is what we are currently doing. We are making roller coasters out of paper. With the paper, we get to make different tracks for the roller coaster, and then we can put it into the roller coaster. And then we, of course, have a marble to test if the roller coaster needs improvements or if it's good.
Dell Elementary is going to talk to us about March Madness.
My name is Lucas Fuller, and I am graduating this grade at McDowell School. This year we participated in the March Madness Robotics competition. This was a fun experience for both me and my team. We were all very sportsmanlike. The gym was filled with so much excitement and energy. The competition really brought the school together in a positive way. My favorite part was finding a name for our team and seeing all the unique posters and all together on the turtle board.
Next up, we have Aiden Garcia from 8th grade moving environment.
DNA bacteria. When we use these pieces of DNA, DNA, we have the LBSD.
Who's going to talk about some glowing genes from Science 8.
We took DNA from one organism and added it to another. The organisms we combined was a jellyfish which has a teeth that makes it glow in the dark. We took it from the jellyfish's enzymes and added tea called lysine to the bacteria. This process is called gene testing or genetic engineering. This process has been used in the medical field for screening insulin using bacteria.
Next up is Kirsha Marks from 11th grade, IB Environmental Systems. She's going to talk about the Jones Beach Energy Resource Center. Early February, our IB Environmental class went to the Jones Beach Energy and Nature Center. We learned about multiple types of energy that are replaceable for oil and other harmful types of energy, which is a growing problem in many areas of the world, including generators, battery and transformers, and especially wind turbines, which are growing in popularity, especially in Los Angeles. It was also a very hands-on experience. We got to see very models about how energy flows, both potential and kinetic. And we also learned about gray and harbor seals, and we actually got to see a couple. So it was a beautiful facility, and it was a great trip for our environmental class. And that concludes the student showcase on some of the science. I'm sorry. Aiden is going to go one more time since the microphone was a little bit low. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you so much to all of our students. That was wonderful, and it's so exciting to hear about all the great things that you're learning in STEM this year. I know that you probably have maybe some homework to do or want to get home, maybe talk to parents into bringing you for Marvel on the way home. Treat for speaking at a board meeting. We're very proud of you. If you'd like to stay for a little while, we're going to have a little cake out in the lobby in about 10 minutes. You can see the video celebrating teacher tenure. Or if you wanted to scoot out now, you're welcome to do that as well. Okay, so if you want to stay for cake, 10 minutes, or if you want to scoot out, we're all good. Before you all go, I just want to say how much we love hearing from the students. You know, all of the work that we do up here and all the work that the teachers do are to ensure that the students are enjoying and are learning. And I can tell you how much we love hearing about the plants you're learning about and the animals, up to the roller coasters made out of paper, to the jean splicing, to going to Jones Beach and getting to see the seals. These are all wonderful experiences, and we are so glad that you actually get the chance to do them. So thank you so much for sharing them with us. We know it's not easy speaking in front of a group of people, and you really all did a wonderful job. So thank you. Going to celebrate 27 people who are retiring from our district this year. Altogether, they have worked here for 690 years. And I can tell you that the people on this list are some of the most dedicated people I've ever had the privilege to work with. Not all of them can be here tonight, but I want to read all of their names out. And if you are here tonight, I invite our board members to go down and present you with a little gift and let us celebrate you and thank you for your many years of service to our district. Just as I call your name, come forward. Patricia Baxter, Paul Contratti, Suzanne Corey Del Cid, Patricia Fallon, James Viola, Christy Fowler, Sandy Gordon, Barbara Hamlet, Rhonda Healy, going to introduce and then vote on all of the candidates for tenure this year. Before we do that, we've prepared a little video, and the video is a compilation of things that their principals sent, that they sent, and that their students said about them, to give you a little flavor of these wonderful people who are receiving tenure this year. Mom, what do you like about Miss Ray?
Hi, my name is Danielle, and I'm a student at UP School. And Miss Higgins is our school psychologist, and she's really helpful to all the students here. She makes it easy to express feelings, and she really helps with handling stress and emotions.
Ready? Go.
This lesson we learned by teaching technique flying. And we teach us a lot of fun things. And before we do anything like else, you would do fun games with us, and we would also get to do fun things outside. Sometimes have snacks and read aloud.
She's smart, she's intelligent, she's creative, she's nice, and she dresses pretty. She Molly Dolly, and having 10 years is closing.
Matthew Zimmerman on your tenure. We were very sad to see your first visit. We wouldn't be the students we are today without you. Thanks to your mom's multiplication. Thank you for teaching me home to read. Thanks to your love to my house. Thanks to our better writers. Congrats!
Hi, I'm Mia, and I have Miss Match this year, and she was the best teacher. She always goes out of her way to help me, and I'm gonna miss her so much next year.
Mr. Pascal is an endlessly nice teacher, and I'm very appreciative of my ability to work with him. He's so nice, and he makes sure that lessons are clear and easy to understand for me and the rest of the students in my class.
Miss Secretary of School Volleyball. She's supposed to be learning fun and sex.
Congratulations.
What do you like about Miss Hughes?
I like when she helps me out. Everything about her. I like when she is funny, and she helps me with braille.
Sorry if the sound quality was so poor enough, but I will send you all a copy of it so you have it. You can share it with your families. So tonight, we would like to take out the award. I have a. Dr. I would like me to first announce, before we do the 10-year vote, a retiree who just came, Ms. Flora West. Congratulations. And while we are doing that, I would ask the following
Thank you so much.
staff members who are being recommended for tenure to come forward and stand across the front. Phyllis Cappuccino. And as soon as Dr. Ryan is able to make his way back up, I'm going to ask the board to consider certificated item double N. And I happily recommend the following staff members for tenure in the area on the date indicated. They have been found to be competent, efficient, and more than satisfactory in their total professional performance. Just wait for a minute, because we need to make them official. I'll make that motion. I'll second.
Any discussion? Yeah, I'd just like to say a word, if I might, sort of an annual position. You know, when people ask the Board of Education what your responsibilities are, one of the major responsibilities of the Board of Education is to vote on the tenure of new teachers. And when we vote on tenure, we're basically saying we're placing our trust in you because we're giving you a lifetime appointment. And in this life, it's very rare to get a job, to get a position with a lifetime appointment. And in putting our trust in you, we're saying that we're hoping that 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, when I'm certainly not going to be here, and you will be, that you'll still be as fresh and as committed to the kids in Long Beach and to the community of Long Beach as you've been for the past 3 or 4 years. So we're placing our trust in you that you'll continue the high standards that have been shown to you and that you've exercised in your probationary period here. When you came here, we told you it was a great community. Most of you had stayed, so you probably agree with us that our kids deserve nothing but the best, and we're saying that you are the best. And by voting here today, we haven't voted yet. And voting here today, we're placing our confidence in you, and we're saying, job well done, and good luck with the future. So any other discussion?
I would just like to say, children always remember how you treat them. They don't always remember what you teach them. Just by seeing the video, you can see the love that the students have for you. Please continue that for all your years you're here at Long Beach. We thank you so much for all that you do for our students, and we look forward to hearing great things about you for years to come.
Okay, then we'll put it to a vote. Ms. Corona?
Yes.
Ms. Conway?
Yes.
And I vote yes. Congratulations. If you can keep those flowers for 30 years, we'll recycle them and give them to you when you retire. Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, there is cake outside, there is some refreshments, so we'll adjourn for a brief period of time.
Hey. What's that? I didn't set up the volume yet. It's actually Andy Rossi normally does that.
I was going to say, but yeah, we can set up. I know. Putting my vote up.
When's pickleball starting? When we playing pickleball? It's already time.
You're gonna drive it all the way up to the stairs? No way. No way. So excited.
How are you?
Vienna, come sit. Vienna, come on. I'll tell you a secret. I'll tell you a secret. Come on.
I got it.
Thank you.
Not over here. Come on. Carrie, come on. Come on.
Okay, we're gonna recommence the meeting. Any Board of Education comments? Reorganization? Questions and comments from the public, tonight's agenda only. Anyone? Treasurer's report for April 2022. Approval of minutes for executive session of regular meeting of May 24th, 2022. May I have a motion?
Motion.
May I have a second? Any discussion? Mrs. Corona?
Yes.
Mrs. Conway?
Yes.
I vote yes. Presentation to the superintendent.
Thank you, Dr. Ryan. As we move back into certificated personnel, I'd first like to ask the district clerk to read a walkout resolution.
Resolved that pursuant to section 913 of the education law, the employee named in executive session and referred to as employee A is hereby directed to appear for a psychiatric examination in the office of Dr. Michael Schwartz. And it is further resolved that Dr. Michael Schwartz is hereby appointed school medical inspector pursuant to section 913 of the education law in order to evaluate said employee's ability to perform her teaching duties.
Okay, I'll make the motion. May I have a second? Any discussion? Mrs. Corona?
Yes.
Mrs. Conway?
Yes.
I vote yes.
And I'd like to ask the board to take the remainder of certificated personnel.
Motion.
May I have a second?
Second.
Conway, any discussion?
I just have one question on the curriculum writing. On the detail that we got sent home. Oh, I guess it's here, listed here as well. So even if there's more than one person listed under a specific curricular writing project, those number of hours are the total number of hours for that project, is that right?
That's correct.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Okay, Mrs. Corona?
Yes.
Mrs. Conway?
Yes.
I vote yes.
And I'd like to introduce some of the newly appointed teachers who are here tonight. Christian Falcaro, who is probationary math at Long Beach High School. Dr. Glenn Russo, our probationary Lily Newman, probationary art teacher. Gabby Savage, probationary chemistry. And Valentino Napoli, our part-time business teacher. Anybody tell you? When I have reading lessons on, I can It's terrible. I'd ask the board to consider item 2, non-certificated personnel.
Motion. Second.
Discussion? Okay, Mrs. Corona?
Yes. Yes.
I vote yes. If there's any way you can group resolutions together, group items together to make it easier, quicker.
So the plan is to do just that. I ask the board to approve items 3 through 11.
Okay? We have a motion?
Second,
Any discussion?
I would just like to thank the students for their donations of stand-up paddleboards and kayaks. It's very interesting, so thank you.
Anybody else? Okay, vote, Ms. Corona?
Yes.
Ms. Conway?
Yes.
I vote yes.
Item 12, we added a third read of this policy. We did not make substantive changes, but we did make a number of language changes. So we did add it for a third read, no action is required. And I'd ask the board to approve items 13.
Motion. Second.
Discussion? Okay, Ms. Corona?
Yes.
Ms. Conway?
Yes.
Board of Ed, any additional new or old business?
I just have one quick comment.
Sure.
I just want to thank Ms. Tercey for your presentation before we kind of got in clips by everything that was going on. It was a great job. It was lovely seeing the kids, other trustees have spoken to the kids directly. But I know that you were organizing that whole thing, and it's lovely to see all the different projects and different opportunities that we're giving our kids. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I would also like to piggyback on that. Thank you for making them more science. Thank you so much for that.
And teachers do that. Teachers are
That's true. So thank you, teachers. I heard something about the strawberry giveaway, Dr. Romanelli.
Yeah, I can talk about that. We have a district committee this year, our mental health and wellness committee, that's been talking about expanding our farm to school initiative. And Mr. DeVito and Mr. Swan worked with some local farms on Long Island to secure some strawberries. I've got 20 pieces from Dinseski Farms, if I'm saying that correctly. They're going to be distributed at schools this week for the students.
Thank you so much, Mr. DeVito, and please tell Mr. Swan thank you from us as well.
Yeah, I just want to thank anybody and everybody who had anything to do with the awards ceremony earlier in terms of the ordering of flowers and the awards, the special awards, the apples that were given to the retirees. Just coordinating it in terms of with the teachers and with the support staff who were honored. Just thank you on behalf of the Board of Education. Questions or comments from the public? Announcements, Long Beach Classroom Teachers Association.
Karen from LBCTA. We'd like to just congratulate everyone for retiring tonight. Thank you for all your years of service. We wish you all the best. Welcome to all our new hires that we had tonight. We look forward to many years working together. Congratulations to everyone who received tenure tonight. And thank you to the school board and Central Admin for another great year of collaborating. And we look forward to lots more next year on a lot of new initiatives. Have a great summer, and thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Bloom. Administrative Supervisor and Pupil Personnel Group? No. LBSEA? Please.
Hi, Chris Nash, LBSEA. I'm going to be back on LBCTA and congratulate all the new teachers and all the retirees and wish them well in their retirement and hope you're
Thank you. Thank you. Parent Teacher Association?
Brian, someone just missed for the announcement, you said that you asked questions.
Right, I'll get you right after this.
Okay.
PTA? Anybody? No. Okay, questions and comments from the public? If you're not familiar with the process, ma'am, just give your name and address in 3 minutes.
I'm Hendricks. I live 272 West Walnut Street in Long Beach. I'm the parent of 2 children, one in kindergarten and one in second grade. And I just had a question for Dr. Gallagher, just to give some context. My husband and I moved here to Long Beach from New York City several years ago. We moved here primarily because we were super interested in what a great school district it was. We had a lot of schools in New York City and they felt really crowded, so we were very excited about the schools here in Long Beach. I noticed that recently New York State has moved to cap the class sizes in New York City. I know that was at the governor's desk, but the action has not gone unnoticed. So my question for Dr. Gallagher is about class sizes for the incoming group, specifically, whether or not and how keeping class sizes small next year will be a priority. specifically in Long Beach, will also move to commit to smaller class sizes, either matching New York City at cap 20 or potentially preferably below. How many kindergarten students will Long Beach have in each kindergarten class this year? My daughter's in class of 18 right now, which is very nice. But I know that there are some other classes in Long Beach that have up to 22 or 23. And will there be at least 3 classes of kindergartens in each elementary school?
So I can address some of it. Some of it is not quite finalized yet. We are still moving through the pre-K applications. Our class sizes here have ranged from 17 and 18 to 23, as you said. When we accept kindergarten, we try to keep them in that 20 to 23 range. We usually lose students along the way more than gain. And we have no plan to increase that at all. In fact, many of our class sizes are much, much smaller than that. I'm sure that you know that our enrollment has declined a bit over the past 2 years. And because of that, we did eliminate a kindergarten section at East and West this year. But those class sizes are still 20, 21. And I would imagine for the fall, they'll be around that same size, 21, 22. We would never go above 23.
Anybody else? Amy, you have a question, ma'am? Okay, take your time.
So I just wanted to find out.
Name and address, please.
Juliana Carmichael, Louisiana Street. So Dr. Gallagher, I know we've had conversations, and Mr. DeVito, Dr. Romanelli, we've had conversations. So East and West this year currently only have 2 of the kinder classes. We were having some conversations with that in the spring about how we could share health amongst the other elementaries. Is there an opportunity for, if you're not going to have an enrollment to allow 3 classes, could it be changed that East and West aren't impacted again?
So it's a little tricky because, to make one set of parents happy, you have to make another set of parents unhappy, because the people who request Lindell and Lido then we would not be able to honor their requests. And we really try to kind of balance them a little bit. West and East are our smallest buildings. Lido and Lindell are much, much bigger. They have the capacity for more students. But we have, at this point next year, it looks like we'll do 2 and 2 at East and West again. That can change if we get, more students registering later in the summer. But we have discussed some ideas about how to level the playing field a little bit in those buildings. And part of the strategic planning process, we'll be discussing that, including pre-K. And if full day pre-K is a possibility here, which a number of people have expressed they wish it were, that maybe that's how we would kind of even that out a little bit by putting pre-K sections in those buildings. So we're conscious of that as well, but we try to balance, again, what's best for kids and what families want. If a family really wants Lido or Lindell, to push a family into a building they don't want, just even that out doesn't always help either. Again, just making sure class sizes are balanced, that's really the important thing. And we've been able to do that pretty well. What's happened over the years, and I know, we had this conversation about West, both West and Lindell had very small 4th grades this year. And we did consider combining both of them, reducing them to 2, which still would have been 21 kids in a 4th grade. We decided not to do that at West after some input from parents and kind of with the specific needs of those kids. But we were able to do that with Lindell. So
We're that appreciative.
yeah, we do listen to you, I promise. And just try to balance finances and what's best for children. And we also have a ton of support staff here. That's a little bit of a difference between us and New York City. So yeah, we might have 21 in a kindergarten class, but they often have other adults who are working with students throughout the day. So the class sizes, the ratio ends up actually being much smaller.
I think it's the overall concern of if it continues with 2, how many years will we have that? And it will be an overall impact and morale amongst the staff, the school, and the families. It almost makes it less appealing of why they keep having so little. And to me, I love every school in the district. I would have been happy at any, really. I chose the one closest to my house.
Well, and I think,
without a doubt, the biggest selection is Lido because they're already there. Once you're in a building, you get used to it, that kind of is where you want to stay. So we're aware of that, and we're looking for some ways we can counteract that.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anybody else? Okay, may I have a motion to adjourn? Have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Good night, everybody. Thank you.
Happy summer, everyone.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good night, everyone.